100 years ago, the dark wizard Halliwell raised an army and tried to conquer the world. He was stopped by an unlikely hero, Sheriff Aesop Stormwood. As Halliwell died, he prophesied that he would be reborn twice more and rise again. Stormwood looked him in the eye and said if Halliwell did, his descendants would strike him down. Sheriff Aesop Stormwood went on to form Stormwood Associates to make sure they'd be ready for Halliwell's returns. A private detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. 25 years ago, Halliwell returned for the first time, and a Stormwood made good on Aesop's promise. But the third coming of Halliwell may not be so far in the future. But the young Raz Stormwood just might know it's coming, and she plans to be ready. On Stormwood Associates. So, things aren't great. So, Barrow Macai has been murdered in the Stormwood Associates office, and right now the cops are questioning Raz about it down at the precinct while the rest of the team is back at the office. You see, it turns out that the Soulstone Kel used to carry around actually held Kel's soul, and he was piloting a body he wasn't supposed to. That body actually belonged to the Dark Wizard Halliwell, you know, the guy from the intro. Yeah, not great, which also means that Halliwell has seen everything the team has ever done. And now that he's been freed and is in control of his body again, and Kel's in a little gem attached to a cell phone in Raz's pocket, he's put some stuff in motion. And, he just shut down all the computers, made it look like NK's never worked for Stormwood and Associates. And the team has pulled up the security footage of around the time of the murder. And, things ain't looking great. So she pulls up, cues the footage. What you see is the security footage that dials back. You see, like, the interns walking around, Mara standing in the, just kind of, like, sitting by her desk. Looks pretty normal. And the elevator doors open. And two people walk out of the doors. One person looks like Barrow Macai. The other person looks like Raz, and the one who looks like Raz is carrying a staff with a large stone at its top.
Oh, but...
The two appear to be arguing. No one has, like... Mara is, like, reading a book and hasn't looked up. Everyone else is doing stuff. And then you see what appears to be Raz push back what appears to be Barrow Macai. Notably, you can't see into the elevator and see what's still in the elevator. When suddenly what appears to be Raz lifts the staff and slams it to the ground, and the cameras go dark. Like the feed cuts. A few moments, the cameras came back on in night vision mode, but the room is still dark. And you see what appears to be Raz holding a staff with a stone at its top, putting the staff down, and hanging the corpse of Barrow Macai on the hook. And then walking out of the office.
Okay, yikes.
Babbitt texts Raz, "How's it going?"
You get a text back that says, "Hey, it's Kel. Raz can't talk. I think they're trying to railroad her. They think Jim Johnson has fed them a story."
Wait, if we can contact Cal through here, we should let him know about it. Well, everything.
Text back, Halliwell put Raz on the tape, killing Barrow.
It's probably just fucking magical disguise.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, how are we gonna prove that, though?
so there are magic detectors in the room?
Those are compromised.
No, I mean mine.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
fun.
Yeah, so they're the ARC teams. We don't have any mages. Like, I'm learning now. Like, I'm figuring it out, but
You absolutely do have him. I'm here.
no,
What am I?
You work for Stormwood Associates, not ARC team.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. So Barrow invested in these magic detectors, and I thought like it might be good to set them up. Because you guys didn't. I presume because Kel was being cheap. Because why invest in magic detectors when you can buy a third SUV? Or a fifth SUV? You guys have like 6 of them or something. I don't know. Nobody needs that many SUVs for this few employees.
Do you know how many weird high-speed chases we get into that should destroy our vehicles? It's just a responsible thing to have backups.
If there's a problem, they can solve it. If you need to find someone, they can do it. Stormwood Associates is a detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. If you need help, they'll be there. But don't get in their way, or else you'll get caught in the eye of the storm. This is bad, though, because even if we have evidence,
Uh-huh.
a police captain is working against us.
I told you guys I hated cops. I told you guys I hated cops.
We all hate cops, all right?
Yeah,
You're not special.
We get it. All cops are bastards. We understand. We didn't get it before. Got it.
All right.
All right.
What can we do?
Get Raz and run?
Yeah, that's what we do.
That seems like our best plan.
All right, we're going to switch back to the police precinct. Boss, do not react. Just tap the table if you can hear me. Raz, do you tap the table?
Tap.
Okay. So, this is, I got good news and bad news. The good news is that I've isolated your comms from the network. The only thing it's connected to is, the phone, which is connected to the box I'm in, and that your comms are no longer accessible to the Stormwood Associates servers. Okay?
Yep.
And now here's the bad news. The security tapes show you killing Barrow Macai.
Raz dies inside.
Yes, so it presumably is Halliwell using magical disguise, and since we know that Barrow got killed off-site, that it might not. It's probably not even Barrow walking in on the something. I don't know. I actually don't know that information, so I don't know why I'm telling you that much detail. Unless Babbitt gave me Babbitt, did you give him a play-by-play?
I told him that Halliwell put Raz on screen, killing Barrow Macai.
Right, but okay. So at some point, NK grabbed your phone and forwarded the entire footage to Raz's phone that Kel can connect to.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Because I need Kel to have that information. So it looks like you walked in with like some staff thing, and that like with a big stone on top, and you used some sort of like magical item and knocked out everything, and then killed Barrow Macai, and it's not great. And it shows you and Macai walking into the office and arguing. So this is not good.
Tap.
Yeah. So that's where we are right now. Door opens to the room, and again, Detective Durrell's been in the room with you the whole time, but Detective Trudeau walks in. He goes, "Okay, all right. You know, Stormwood, have you ever heard of the Stone of Trancura?"
Have I heard of the song? That sounds familiar.
You have, in fact. You know
Yes.
when you stole the football?
Oh, that's it.
That was
isn't it?
No, that was the item getting auctioned off. That was the thing that you guys literally didn't bother doing anything with.
Oh,
There was another part of the team who was supposed to
Right.
take care of that.
Yeah,
that's
there was.
right.
So, have you ever seen the Stone of Trancura before?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't at the auction booth. Jan remembers, right?
Right, you weren't there. You've never seen
Yeah.
it.
I don't know what it looks like. Kel knows, but I don't.
You see, we have sources saying the Stone of Trancura was smuggled in to San Ricardo some months back. And that there was an illegal auction for it. You didn't happen to attend that auction, did you?
No. I did not attend the auction.
Or go to any sort of event around it.
Gen is wondering if I want to be truthful right now.
So, boss, I would just not talk right now. That might be the, your standard, like, laconic thing where you don't say much and then, like...
Just...
Yeah, and you know how, like, we have the right to remain silent? That is, Alright, so... Because I, again, have... Mr. O'Reilly was kind enough to come in. And he, according to him, your team investigated an auction where the Stone of Trancura was allegedly being auctioned off, and he got separated from you there, and it's if you could just humor me for a moment. And he opens the door, and in walks what appears to be Kel O'Reilly.
Oh,
Raz, you just have to fess up. I can't keep lying for you. This asshole can't even do... This asshole was in the same body for me for 25 fucking years and he can't do my voice. You hear?
Ken is just thinking, like, there's, like, no way I can trick him into, like, proving that he's the fake Kel, because he's been living in Kel's body. So therefore he knows everything about me since childhood, so I can't pull that on him. Ugh. Ken is frustrated that these tropes don't work.
Guys, if you could just give me a minute with my sister here in private, I'm sure I could talk some sense into her. Mr. O'Reilly, I don't recommend that. I mean, you could always just handcuff her. I would be perfectly safe in here if you just handcuffed her. Detective Trudeau looks at you, Raz. I'm sorry, but for the safety of Mr. O'Reilly, I'm gonna have to put you in handcuffs right now.
It's fine.
Okay, he puts you in handcuffs, and Mr. O'Reilly, we'll be right outside the door if you need us. I'm sure that everything will be fine. Again, this asshole cannot do my voice. The man lived in New Jersey for 25 years. He can't do a frickin'... All right. The two detectives leave and close the door. Smiling at you, the elf sits down in the chair across the table from you. My God, it has been so long since I've actually gotten to speak with my own voice. It is tiresome to even approximate that damn fool's composure. I'm sorry.
You sure you're in the right body, Colonel?
Ms. Stormwood, I do believe that we have not been formally introduced. Ignatius Halliwell.
Nice to meet you, Iggy.
An impudent attitude like your father.
Runs in the family. Thought you'd know that.
Oh, I know. But you see, when I came up with this plan, I never could have imagined how successful it would be. Did you know that when that damn fool, Ace of Stormwood, threatened over 100 years ago that he was going to form some damn little company? Well, I laughed. I laughed. And I will admit that when I dealt with your father, when I attempted to go forward with my plans 25 years ago, I was not anticipating the level of resistance that I received. So imagine my delight when the damn fool took in a baby. The moment, the very day after he, quote unquote, killed me. I will say, having a mole inside your father's organization was hard enough throughout was an advantage enough, I thought, last time around, when I got him to take Mr. Johnson on as an associate and friend. Your father is a tenacious man, but he is not a smart one. Never bothers to do a background check. A gift you also so lovingly seem to share, but I didn't need to do anything the second time around because I could not have anticipated the Stormwood family taking an orphan in and putting him in a place of so much power. Did you know that Mr. O'Reilly had the passwords for all of your company's bank accounts? Not just your San Ricardo office, pardon the GM slipping, not just your San Ricardo office, but the New York City office, the Chicago office, the Miami office, the Paris office. Everything. And it was almost trivial to take every resource away from your company. You can't afford to hire a lawyer because you don't have credit, you don't have cash. The very fact that your offices are still standing has to do with the fact that it takes time to actually evict anyone. Because when the rent is due, there's not going to be anything to give. And everything was this beautiful gift. And while I had to listen to that insufferable buffoon, Mr. O'Reilly, prattle on about science fiction shows and the ludicrous nature of VPNs and all of these things I have been forced to learn, he gave me access to everything that I could ever need. Because this plan wasn't supposed to happen yet. I was waiting. I figured I'd wait another 50 years. You'd establish yourself out here. You'd build an important reputation. And because, as an elf, Mr. O'Reilly was likely to outlive all of you, he was likely to inherit the business. And I thought I could just be in charge of Stormwood Associates. I just needed to be far enough away not to be noticed. But I had so much information, so much knowledge, so much power, that I could just destroy it in an instant. So I have. Now, I suspect as your father never told you, but he told Mr. O'Reilly that you are unaware that your father can't go west of the Mississippi because about a decade back, he angered a competitor who hired a number of wardsmiths and mages to effectively put a curse on the man that prevents him from traveling west of the Mississippi. Which is why it was very important for you to relocate out here. And so I had Mr. Johnson write you a letter. Well, technically it was his own idea, but every once in a while I was able to sneak out while Mr. O'Reilly slept. It was hard. I only managed to send out a few missives before we came out here. But once Mr. O'Reilly got separated from his soul stone, it became much easier. Poor boy didn't know he wasn't sleeping. Now, I think Mr. Johnson picked the Lady Carpathia's son out of a hat. He just needed a prominent magical user out here. Anyone with a name big enough where you'd know you had to come out this far. Sent you a little note saying he would lead you to Halliwell. You didn't know you were leading Halliwell to him. And now your daddy can't help you. And I'm here, just minutes away from my old home at the Greyhaven estate. So I need to thank you, Miss Stormwood. I need to thank you for doing so much to help me out. He just smiles. So, boss, I would really like to punch this guy in the face. I know it used to be my face, but I was not aware that I had this punchable a face. The door to the room opens. And please, Raz, just confess what you did. They have everything. And Halliwell stands. The detectives come back in the room, and he leaves. I'm sorry, it's sorry about having to handcuff you there, Miss Stormwood. Are you all right?
I want to punch him, but I can't because I'm going to go to jail, and I might as well just go to jail. Why do you try to do anything when everything sucks?
Has Kel been keeping us apprised of all of this?
So yeah, it's
I assume he would have given us a live stream.
Yes, Kel. Oh, so yeah. I was about to get to that. Yeah, that entire Halliwell speech was effectively live streamed to NK's computer.
And she's recording it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the problem. So we're going to go back to the Stormwood office. So here's the problem. We have all this great evidence, right? Who's going to believe us?
I don't know what to believe. The whole thing that I thought made me important was a lie.
Well, I mean, you're still a really good wizard.
I mean, thank you.
I mean, Bill, it only worked because you come from a really powerful magical lineage. It had to be plausible. And technically, you did lead them to Halliwell.
Yeah, but this is not quite what I was hoping for. Mostly in that, all of us might die, and I don't know, it looks like the Dark Lord is returning. Not super great with that part.
Okay. Kel's voice is coming out over NK's computer because Kel is now connected through an independent system to NK's computer to do this. Okay, so guys, I think we need to get Raz out of the police station. We can't trust the police to do anything as long as Halliwell's walking around, right?
Sounds good to me.
So we need to get Raz. You need to get Raz. I'm technically with Raz because I'm kind of a physical object that's located in the frickin' pocket, but I'm kind of also everywhere all at once. The internet is a great place. I'm also right now looking at this one club across town. It's really great. We should go there sometime. Someone take me there sometime. Anyways,
you guys want to be criminals?
I don't think we're getting a choice in the matter.
Righteous criminals. We have all we have all the goodness here, okay?
Yeah, I say fuck the police and let's get Raz. Get Raz. Come get us.
Yes.
Jailbreak time.
Okay. Let's go. Interns, go home. Do not come back until me or Bill or Raz or NK calls you with
your continued employment is based on whether or not we survive this.
Do not come back until we call you with a password. What's a good password, guys?
Rutabaga.
Password 1234. Okay,
yes.
Good.
Yes.
Password
is password 1234. Okay, that's fucking fine. Interns, go home. You never saw this conversation. You went home after the police left, okay? They all kind of nod. The interns start heading up. Amy, the goth one who actually does all the work, walks over to you, Bill, looks you in the eyes, and she kisses you.
What?
Steps back.
Wow.
She goes, "For luck," and then just leaves. No explanation.
I mean, I'll take it.
Huh.
Didn't expect it, but I'll take it.
I didn't see that coming. That
was a weird one.
All of us kind of.
I mean, you are the only one who does your paperwork on time.
It's true. Not casting aspersions at you guys, but it is true.
I mean, she's like 20, so I don't know if there's...
That part I'm not so good with. That's a little... I don't know.
I don't think it would work, but this also means that wasn't a gross moment, so I'm just kind of... whatever. Let's... Okay, so... NK starts pulling up. Okay, so... according to Kel, you guys are on the second floor right now? Yeah, we're on the second floor. Can you get me the blueprints? And suddenly on the screen are the blueprints for the second floor of the police precinct. Okay, so right now Raz and Kel are in the interrogation room. So it pulls up the thing. So the second floor, there are two ways to it. There's a staircase on one side, and then there's also an elevator on the other end. Yeah, there's a staircase and an elevator that kind of go off of a room that then leads to a bullpen with some desks. And then there's other stuff on this floor, like there's a break room, there's a conference room, but the interrogation room that Raz and Keller in is off of the bullpen. The first floor is similarly is a large lobby area, and then like a few offices. The second floor also has a holding cell on it. Yeah, it's a police precinct. It's full of police officers. So the good news is there is a vent system that goes between the second and third floors, where the vents have access to the. There's a vent in the interrogation room. The bad news is that only Babbitt or I could fit in it.
That's fine.
Well, I'd say I'm not sure that's so much bad news, so much as less rock paper scissors for who goes in the vent.
Yeah. So we can get to the interrogation room, but we have to find a way to get Raz out of the building.
I mean, we can just get her out.
Right, but are we going to brute force this, or are we going to...
Okay. I have an idea.
And I just messaged out
Okay.
a version of the second floor plans.
Gotcha. Okay.
I like ideas.
Bill and I, we go in, not through the vents. We go in as Ms. Stormwood's lawyers.
Heck yeah!
In disguise.
Oh man,
We get
I've been hoping for a disguise caper for a while.
We get into the interrogation room. You disguise.
I was gonna say Mara perks up. I can also disguise myself.
Me and Bill, me and Mara, whatever. I don't know.
No, so if you guys go in as lawyers, maybe I slip in as a detective
We'll see.
and try to but like, if one of us so this is a multi-story precinct, right? Okay, so there's a balcony on the second floor off of the bullpen, right? So on the way out, we don't have to go out the door. If we go out the balcony, and if say we have a vehicle parked below, that we could jump off the balcony.
I appreciate this idea, and let's call this an option. My idea is once we're in the interrogation room, Bill, you disguise Raz as the other lawyer, and I get out the vents.
Yeah, I like
Oh my
that.
God,
That's a really good idea.
That is so much less murder than I was planning for. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, let's fucking do that. I don't want to get into a shootout in a precinct.
Yeah, I don't think it would be nearly as fun as Birds of Prey made it look.
Yeah, because they all have guns.
And if
that can
anything
shoot
goes
us.
wrong, Bill, you'll have Raz with you, and Kel.
And myself, I've been wanting to do a caper like this for a while.
Absolutely.
Okay, so also, if everything goes south, we should all be on. Okay, so where are we going once we get her?
Well, we can't go back to the office. That's for damn sure.
No, this place is pretty much burned. Once we leave this place, we are never coming back here until this whole thing's done. Also, it sounds like we haven't paid the rent.
Is your rent meant? It's probably
just kind of getting up and throwing things in bags.
Okay. We get out anything we need. We take not the SUVs. We take Bill's car. We take NK's car. We take Raz's motorcycle.
Mara
yeah, it's
raises
the
her
most
hand.
responsible thing
Mara
we can
raises
do.
her hand. I would like to ride the motorcycle.
Yeah, that's fine.
See,
Right?
kind of
That's
just
fine, right?
seems-
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just take charge of that. Is that fine?
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, no,
Far
look,
away.
that is to hear
The
Kel's
hairs
voice.
on the back of Raz's neck stand up.
Yeah, so I'm not going to tell Raz that Mara's riding the motorcycle, but someone needs to grab the motorcycle, so that's, a good thing. Yeah, so, okay, yeah. I'm not going to run this by Raz. I'm just going to tell y'all, I'm going to just tell her what is happening and not give her a choice, because I don't see a better option.
Best plan we got.
Yeah. And Katie's kind of nods. So where are we going after that? We have to go somewhere that we have to go somewhere that the Kel won't have known.
We gotta go back to that small town we were just in.
We're going back to more Salada. Okay. Let's take anything that doesn't have a computer chip in it. Like the guns. Load up our stuff. And not take a single Stormwood vehicle. Also, pulls out a drawer. Tosses a couple of license plates to Bill. Here's some new plates for the Lumina. Don't ask where they came from. Or
I was
why I
not
already
going
had them. Also, do you guys have fake IDs already?
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, it's not up to date. I used to use it to get into R-rated movies.
Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with that later. All right. We'll figure that out. All right, let's load stuff into the 2 cars we can take.
Yep.
And great thing about the Lumina, Cal never saw the updated Lumina.
That's right.
Wait, what happened? What happened with the Lumina? What happened with the Lumina?
There was this whole thing. We did this thing with these weird car guys, and there was this guy who just kept talking about his family or something, and then
Turk is a nice
Babbitt
guy.
trashed my Lumina.
Turk
and
is a
then-
nice guy.
We met NK's ex-girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
She seems very nice.
Then we had this whole
Yeah.
car chase inside a building.
They're in Paris right now.
Oh, sweetie. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, we did this whole indoor car chase thing. It was this whole. Anyway, my Lumina is tricked out now.
Except the brakes.
I'm actually kind of afraid to drive it.
Well, great. Come get us.
It's fine. I'll be driving it.
All right. So, Babbitt and Bill are going to be in the Lumina. NK's driving her car. Mara's on the motorcycle.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this. So, Mara, why don't you take the motorcycle and she just pulls out like her smartphone and meet us at this rest area outside of town, because there's no point in everyone going. And also someone should... You are going to take... she hands like all the hard drives and stuff to her. This is all the evidence that we have to prove our innocence. Put these in Raz's saddlebags and keep them safe. Mara just kind of nods and goes. Right. So, I will be outside and back up for you two while you go in.
Yep.
Works for me.
I'll park underneath the balcony just in case.
Yes, okay.
That way, if you guys screw up entirely, there's a backup plan.
Oh, come on, have a little faith in us. We got this.
I have faith in you. I just also think we're going up a guy who's managed to be reborn twice and tried to conquer the world a couple times. Led armies. I'm just saying that a backup plan is a good idea.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
All right, you guys. So, Raz, you hear in your ear. Okay, so the good news is that we have an exit strategy. Okay, Raz?
Yeah.
All right, good. So Bill and Babbitt, they're going to come in pretending to be lawyers. They're going to be in disguise. I don't know what the bozo's going to look like, okay? This guy could look like anything. I don't know. It's the fancy tricks. Anyways, they're going to get in disguise, and then he's going to then switch it so you're disguised as the guy that Babbitt was disguised as, and Babbitt's going to escape through the vents while you two walk out. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hope that this does not go terribly awry, and the good news is that if this does go badly, NK's going to be sitting outside of the beneath the balcony on this level with a car with a hatchback full of guns. So, what could go wrong? Outside of a police station. We are smart people. All right. So, you guys drive down to the police precinct. So, Bill.
All right.
You're casting magical disguise on yourself and Babbitt.
Correct.
So, I need you to roll me your disguises for an independent roll for each disguise.
Okay.
So, and magical disguise is you just get to roll a d10.
All right. Let's do this. Shazam! 6.
All right. So one of them's a 6. Is that you or is that Babbitt?
We'll do that meet. So I want Babbitt's got to be on point. All right.
All right. And then roll me for Babbitt.
10.
Hell yeah.
And that's
I just needed to warm up a little bit.
All right. That's the one you have to dismiss, though. So the way out, because you're gonna have to re-roll when you cast for Raz.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, no, I made you call it. This is what.
Yeah,
but it means
all right.
It means for the way in. Yeah. So the good news
It'll
is,
be all right.
Yeah. All right. So you guys walk into the police precinct, and the desk sergeant on the first floor does not see through your disguises. I'm assuming you're saying that you're Ms. Stormwood's
We're the
lawyers.
attorneys for Ms. Stormwood?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roleplay it, but I'm going to roll for all the people you've got to pass by.
Sure. 8.
No, you don't have to roll again. You've got a 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay. Gotcha.
So Bill's a 6 and you're a 10.
Okay.
That
Right,
just
gotcha.
sounds about right for Stormwood and Associates, like normally. Like I feel like that's a sentence I could have said in so many contexts. That
You're
Bill's
not
a
wrong.
6 and Babbitt's a 10.
Not wrong.
All right, that's enough successes to say that at least if anybody notices something's wrong, they don't take the time to say anything in the bullpen. You knock on the... both of you roll me a d10, just for luck here.
Crap.
6.
1.
All right. So you go to the door. Raz, you're sitting in the room, and Detective Durrell's just kind of staring at you. He goes, I've known women like you who use magic to get things done. It never goes well. Never. He just shakes his head. And then the door, there's a knock at the door. He opens it up, and Detective Trudeau leads in 2 men. So yeah, Bill, you never described to me what the disguises look like.
All right. Well, they are what Bill perceives as the people who are going to have the easiest time to get around a police station. So we both are looking like middle-aged white dudes, in suits.
So 2 middle-aged human?
Yeah, middle-aged human white dudes.
All right. Yeah, so Babbitt, this is weird for you because everyone is thinks they're making eye contact with you and are looking
Yeah,
right
they're
over
looking
your
like
head.
yeah, like 2-3 feet above my head.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
So, Ms. Stormwood, these men have told me they are your lawyers. Is this correct?
That's correct.
All right. Size. All right. We'll give you a minute. And they clear the room.
All right. Now time to get down to law business. Boss, I'm so glad that this plan worked so far.
I hand Raz a spare new headset.
I put it in, but I'm also gonna glance at the mirror in the room.
Okay. Are you gonna do? How are you gonna glance into the mirror?
There could be somebody behind there just watching us do stuff.
Well, okay. Boss, if you just cup your hands around your face and you look into the mirror that way, you can create darkness, which would allow you to see through the mirror. So, that's how these things work.
Oh, I do that.
Yeah, the room's empty.
Okay. Oh, okay. Good. Thank God you guys are here.
Okay. Disguise us up.
On it.
Wait, I'm
All
still
right.
handcuffed, aren't I? Or did they take him off?
They took him off because technically
cool.
you haven't been arrested yet.
Yeah.
In
It was
fact,
just for-
it was just because they were leaving you alone with someone who might have been the person who turned you in.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool.
And really, they probably shouldn't have handcuffed you, but
Eh.
he
But they're
suggested
cops,
it.
so
yeah.
they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
All right.
All right.
Uh,
So roll me a new D10 for Raz.
you got it.
Otherwise, I could disguise myself with
That
one of my
is
abilities.
true, but you would. Okay, so here's the thing. You can
I
disguise.
just never use it.
Here's the thing. You could disguise yourself
Yeah.
but
And then
you would not be
Probably
able,
not as
you
the
wouldn't be
guy
able to,
that
as
who
the
wins.
guy.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
Okay, boss, we got a couple options here. There are two things we could do. What I recommend doing is maybe so I got a couple ideas. Yeah, everybody want to hear my ideas? Everyone's getting my ideas whether they want to hear it or not. Okay, so we could do it Bill's way, which is actually a good plan. It's not a bad plan. Or what we could do is we could have you disguise yourself. And we could have you disguise yourself as someone else. And if we could slip you out of the door, if someone distracted the guy outside, then we could have you slip out the door and then just walk out the front door like that, not knowing. And then we could leave Babbitt in here you're still talking to your lawyer, so they wouldn't necessarily go back into the room right away while Babbitt then escapes. The risk there, though, is that if we, there's probably a cop right outside this door right now. So if we weren't able to successfully distract him, that it wouldn't work. What we could do is have you disguise yourself and then have Bill put a disguise on you, so if that disguise fails and it's dismissed, you don't look like Raz Stormwood to anybody still.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing that last one.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
double layer of disguise.
Right. Okay, so we should 100% do that. Okay, so
Disguise redundancy.
So Raz is disguising herself as literally anyone, then being disguised as my fake lawyer.
Yep.
Okay.
So make yourself look like a detective.
I put on my sunglasses.
And technically that works under the spy's abilities in the SAW system. For the listeners at home. That is
And
totally
it's funny because
yeah.
that's how the detective actually was. He just plain clothes and sunglasses.
Yep. It's a very powerful ability that Raz almost never uses.
Yeah.
But yeah, disguise works 100% of the time, as long as nobody saw you change, and we've confirmed that nobody saw you change. Well, who wouldn't, obviously, these guys saw you make the change, but, they were but you don't need to hide from them. All right, so, Bill, now roll me your new magical disguise on Raz.
Alrighty. Zappa zap. Oh crap! 5.
Ooh, okay.
I'm under a lot of pressure right now.
All right, so you're a 6 and she's a 5. And Babbitt's gonna escape.
Yeah. Do we want to do anything about that thing you just said where
Maybe, yeah.
where a Raz stays in here for a bit?
I have an idea.
It would require
I have
another
an
spell.
idea. I have a terrible idea.
Oh
Okay.
no.
There's a chair.
Yes?
Disguise the chair as Raz. Who counts the number of chairs in a room?
Holy crap! That's a really good idea. Alright, I'm gonna disguise a chair.
I think this will be okay, so 1, 2, 3. I'm just
That's
counting.
4 spells.
That's
yes.
4 spells. We're good still. All right.
Yeah, we are still within the realm of okay spelldom.
So roll me a d10 for the chair.
Oh my gosh. 4.
It doesn't matter. Okay. All that's really going to matter is the next roll is the guy outside the door. His disguise check roll is going to be his magical disguise check roll is going to be the most important roll ever. Because,
Oh my god.
Because he is going to be the person who sees the lawyers leave and sees Raz in the room. And I mean, Babbitt's going to want to get in the ceiling before they
Yes.
anyone exits the room. So Babbitt, are you going to go climb up into the vents?
Everybody ready?
Ready as we're gonna be.
Up in the vent.
Adjust my tie.
All right. Okay. That's the first roll. Second roll. Okay. I rolled his checks against all. So you're in the. You climb into the ceiling? Babbitt?
Yep.
All right. Maybe someone boosts them up, but either way, you get into the vent, close the vent behind you. You have enough of like a layout information from NK to get to an exterior vent to slip out the side of the building. And I'm not going to make you roleplay that. I'm just going to say that you can find your way out.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So you guys are going to open the door?
Yep.
So there is a uniformed officer standing outside the door. He looks into the room. He sees what appears to be Raz Stormwood standing there. Wait, did you guys put one chair on top of the other chair to make it look like she was sitting in a chair, or are you just disguising the one chair?
Can we disguise it to make it look like it's a Raz and a chair?
I feel like there has to be an object that's being Raz. That doesn't matter. I'm just curious. I was curious whether Raz is Yeah, well, you guys didn't say you were putting the chair on top of the other chair, so it appears that Raz is standing in the room. He looks at you two. He looks at like actual Raz and Bill, and just gets a funny look on his face. What is going on with? Why is Miss Stormwood standing up? And he goes and rushes into the room.
Gave her a lot to talk about.
Ma'am, what did you do with your chair? And he grabs the other chair and puts it on the other side of the room.
Seriously?
He failed every
Get out!
Yeah.
Okay, let's start walking.
Yeah, he failed every roll. He succeeded at seeing through seeing that both you and Raz were disguised, but he 100% bought that the chair was Raz. He rolled a 1 on his check against the chair.
All right, we should go. Come on.
Yeah, we're
just we're
walking
swiftly, but casually, but still swiftly. We're out of here.
We are walking with purpose.
All right, so it was you were a 6. Raz is a 5. Well, yeah. Well, no one else is looking at the chair, so I don't care if I forgot what the chair roll was. Everyone's checking against your. So you hear sounds of commotion from the interrogation room. I think Chair Raz was refusing to comply. There are more cops running into the room. Most of these guys rolled terribly. One of them kind of looks at you funny, but because no one else is reacting. And then finally, let's roll this one here. All right. You are so lucky. You're both unlucky and lucky. As you, I know the image I gave you. I gave the players an image of the floor plan, but there is a in the real thing. There's a down staircase next to that up staircase. And there's the elevator. Are you guys gonna take the elevator or take the stairs?
I feel like the stairs might be better. Just
okay.
Personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you turn the corner to start going down the stairs, coming up the stairs is Halliwell.
Shit.
And he walks right by you without even making eye contact because he rolled a 3.
In Bill's head, just.
And you guys successfully this next guy makes his roll or doesn't make it. God, rolled for shit. All the important people rolled for shit. You guys walk out the building.
All right, get the car rolling. Let's boogie.
Babbitt pulls up in the Lumina.
You hear over the ARC team comms. So who wants tacos?
So, good news. We're going somewhere familiar.
Real.
Someone's going to have to put me on so I can experience one of these tacos. Like,
Yeah,
pull me out of the box and activate me. I insist.
Oh yeah. We'll let you experience one of these tacos.
That's great.
I'm thinking the Steve.
The Steve. You'd love the Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's a weird name for a taco, but okay.
Tacos a la
It's
Steve.
super good. It's super good.
Great! I'm excited. Let's get the hell out of this town. My name is Trey Dorn, and I was your GM for this episode. Joining me, as always, were Nick Izumi as Bill, Kyle Johnson as Babbitt, and, of course, Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood. Stormwood Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Feywild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, you know, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Feywild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.